No, first you gotta put our fucking intro.
No, I could do that on post now.
Ah.
We have a post option. So we're
Cool
recording.
guy, eh?
This is it. We're live.
What do you mean?
We're live.
We already started the show?
Yeah, we're on Facebook Live. We got 2 people
Good
watching.
morning, everybody. Good morning, GasLit
Hold on. Let me
podcast listeners.
You caught me in the
All
audio.
12 of you. I think we have 12 subscribers now, Jim.
Nice.
Good morning, bro.
Morning,
How you
bro.
doing, B?
Good.
Today, we're going to be covering the UFC fights. It's
Yeah.
Friday, everybody.
Friday fight night.
Friday fight night, which means tequila and fight talk.
Fight time. Oh, we
Nice.
got an intro
Oh.
now, John.
Cheers, my guy.
We got an intro.
I'm here too, guys.
Cheers.
Well, you always like to stick your head in while we're talking. So. Today, we're going to cover UFC 257 and talk about last week's UFC card between Max Holloway.
Cater.
Dude, did
Yeah.
you see that fight between Cater and Holloway?
Yeah, that was a crazy ass fight, man. Fucking Max boxer, right?
Bro.
Or what
Bro,
you
no,
think?
Cater from Boston, bro. I mean, talk about Boston strong. This dude,
Oh,
he
took
could
it.
take a beating, bro.
Took it like a champ, but
He kept throwing back too.
Yeah.
That's what I was so like. I mean, most guys, Max drowns them like around the 3rd, 4th round where he starts picking up the pace. That's what he did to Aldo. That's what he did to Brian Ortega.
yeah, he messed Ortega up for sure.
I mean, and this dude Cater was just swinging back. I mean, he was taking the kind of volume he was taking. He took like 3 fights worth of damage in that one fight.
Oh yeah.
And he was still swinging back. He was still trying to knock Max out, you know? So all respect to Cater, but dude, Max looked like he was on a different level.
Max got to get that title shot again.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I think he deserves a title shot 145 or 155, to be honest with you. Just to put some
because he almost beat Dustin.
I
It was
mean,
like a close-
that was a close
that
fight
was a
too.
close fight.
And
Yes.
Dustin's
Yeah.
the upper echelon of the 155ers.
Yeah.
So, and that's the other fight. Speaking of Dustin, he's fighting Conor McGregor tomorrow.
Can't wait. Can't wait for
Can't
that
wait, man. I mean,
The
Dustin
Fighting
looks-
Irish. The Fighting Irish is here, John.
one.
Jimmy. Jimmy, who watches UFC like once out of every 12 events.
I watch all the highlights with you guys.
That's right. You
I
do
watch
wa-
all the highlights.
You
so
do watch.
You're
the
excited
highlights.
for this one,
I'm
though, aren't
super
you?
excited about this one.
Yeah.
I'm super excited because it's like the first one that I know anything is going on.
So who do you think's gonna win between Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier?
There's an American versus an Irishman, right?
Correct.
The American's gonna win.
Amen.
Because this
to
is
that.
that's
Yeah.
right. Because this is an American
American.
podcast. So between me and you, it's probably gonna be McGregor.
Who you guys will bet on? John, who you betting on? Who would you bet on?
You know what? McGregor looks really dialed in right now. It's hard to not bet on McGregor.
He looks much more confident than Poirier.
Not necessarily more confident. I think Dustin's confident too. I think
Yeah.
Dustin knows that he's a lot better than when they first fought 6 years ago. And he's much more mature right now. Like, he's not letting Conor get in his head.
Yeah.
We watched the press conference and, like, I mean, both sides are so respectful towards one another.
It was a little
Crazy.
different.
Yeah, it's crazy how
conference.
respectful they are. Because I've
Yeah.
seen the old timey McGregor. And I was like, what's going on? He's not
McGregor's
making fun-
usually mental warfare
Yeah,
all the
for
way.
real.
Yeah.
But this new, like, humble, giving like his just due to his
Yeah.
opponents. He did that with Cowboy. Now
Yeah.
he's doing it with Poirier. I mean, and they do deserve respect. Both of those guys are like been in the game for a
Yeah.
long time. They fought the who's who in mixed martial arts, so you have to give those guys their respect. And McGregor is like a student of the game too. You could tell like this guy is not just coming out talking outlandish. He's a really big fight fan himself. So he likes watching guys like Cowboy. He likes watching guys like Poirier fight. And the performances they've been putting out, like Dustin's last few performances, except for the Khabib fight, Dustin's basically mowed through
Yeah,
everybody
he has.
at 155. So I think that's going to be really interesting to see. Really, the top, they're probably three or four
Yeah, for sure.
of the top 155. So this is kind of like a semifinals,
Yeah.
you know?
That's what they were saying at the press conference.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is for sure semifinal.
I think Charles Oliveira put himself up there in the conversation
Tony
after
beat
he
Tony.
beat Tony. Yeah. Anybody that could beat Tony is an absolute
Yeah, for
savage.
sure.
Because Tony's like a meat grinder. You know, if you could beat Tony Ferguson, I'm serious.
I was just thinking about a meat grinder.
If you want to look up Tony Ferguson's last 9 opponents, what their faces look like.
Yeah. They're all
Okay.
bloody.
If you Tony Ferguson's last 9 opponents' faces, except for Charles Oliveira,
yeah.
yeah.
You see that?
If you just go through and look at the people that he's beat up,
And Pettis used to
these
be a
guys are
champion.
all ex-champions, top notch. Well, let's not play other people's videos on our podcast, but just a screenshot would be sufficient.
There we go. We got it's like a slideshow. We're doing a slideshow.
We're doing a slideshow. Okay,
Oh.
that's what he looked like before, and this is what he looked like after. That's Josh Thompson.
Are you sure
the
this
Punk
guy's
Thompson.
not like auditioning
No,
for the Passion of the
He's
Christ?
this is the only guy, Josh Thompson, by the way, the only guy who knocked out Nate Diaz.
Oh, okay.
Oh, with
Okay.
that kick.
Yes.
Oh.
This is Edson Barboza, one of the best strikers in MMA,
Auditioning for Fast and Furious for the
Auditioning.
Rock's World.
auditioning for a horror movie. Okay, let's look at Kevin
Well, look,
Lee.
guys, this is my favorite movie. You guys know I'm a big hugger, so. Oh, here we go.
That's Kevin.
That's Kevin Lee's
Damn.
face.
Who's that one guy?
And Kevin Lee got submitted. Okay,
Yeah.
so he was merciful towards Kevin Lee.
All right, here we go. What's the next one? What's the next one?
Go
That's
look at
Pettis.
El Kakui's fight against. There you go. There's Anthony Pettis. Looks like a Freddy Krueger movie.
It's crazy.
Go look at what he
this
did
one.
with. Go look at
Oh,
what he
it's
did with
like
Cowboy.
Man, yep.
Look at how Cowboy he starts with 2 eyes.
Okay, it looks like he has his 2 eyes.
And now, after Tony fight, oh, one of his eyes.
Look at that, bro.
Go to the close-up.
Look at
Oh,
that.
one of his eyes disappeared. Decided not to join the show.
Yikes. Do we have any more after this? Or is
Oh,
it
yeah.
just-
Nah, that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
Nah, that's the end right there.
But yeah, those are like the worst ones, dude.
Dude. Okay, so Charles Oliveira just completely washed out Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
So Charles
Oh, I see what you're
Oliveira.
saying now.
Charles Oliveira, because a lot of people don't know who Charles Oliveira is, like the casual fans don't know his name, but the Bronx,
There it is, bro.
Let's just put an
He's-
image to the man right there.
yeah.
If you guys don't know who he is.
he's had like an up and down UFC career. He's had some like tough losses, but
Does he still have that blonde platinum
I hope
hair?
he
right
still
now
has
he
it.
does have
He does have it?
Okay.
yeah, I
Black
think that's
hair.
what he looks like.
If this is what he looks like, then we gotta
Yep.
respect the image.
There it is. Boom. So Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor, and Justin Gaethje.
Gaethje.
You have to say Gaethje still because, I mean, you lose to Khabib. There's no like,
Yeah.
you don't really lose any clout losing to Khabib because Khabib's just
Just a monster.
the dude wrestles bears, bro.
Bro.
The dude is like wrestling
For
bears
breakfast.
from the age of like 4 or 5. Man, there's videos of him like
It's crazy.
wrestling bears in the backyard. So I think these are like the top 4 guys in the division, and then you throw Max in that conversation too, because Max is a huge 145er.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
for-
it's like, what,
for that weight
he's almost
class.
like 6 foot, isn't he?
I think he's like 5'11".
Yeah.
So his frame is would fit the 155. I mean, you throw all these guys into the mix, you can have a tournament at 155, and I think that's what they're doing right now. I think with McGregor and Poirier, I wouldn't be surprised if the next fight they book like Gaethje and Oliveira,
Yeah.
and then the winners of those 2 fights ends up fighting for the title, and then I like to see Maxi jump up and fight the winner of whoever gets the title next,
Yeah,
because
that would be sick.
I think Max could be a 2 division champion too, if he gets the right matchup. I don't see Max beating all of those guys at 155, but if he gets the right matchup at 155,
Yeah, as long as they
especially
don't try to take him to the ground.
yeah.
But
See,
he does have good.
he has great takedown defense.
Yeah, takedown defense. That for sure. He does have that.
He's proven that like in many fights, but I think Max, he's more of a volume guy.
Yeah.
So as long as he's not fighting somebody that's just gonna try to like bully him, you
Yeah.
know,
Like when he was in a fight, Khabib probably would have just.
he would have
took him,
bullied him.
yeah,
He's not
he
gonna
would've,
stand there.
yeah.
Khabib's not gonna sit there and like take punches from Max.
Yeah.
He would have just taken him down. I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, it would have been like a. It would just mold.
It would have. He would have been a mauling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Max. Not that Max isn't game, but I just think it would have been a one-sided like.
Yeah, but it was the whole time.
You know, keeping position probably
Yeah.
would have choked him out like second or third round. I'm really excited. I think like a
Yeah.
motivated Conor McGregor coming in is super dangerous because that guy's just got a death touch. I mean,
He does have that power in that left hand.
He lands that left, bro. It's a death touch. Like
But if it goes into the later rounds,
I think past 12 minutes, I like Poirier.
right?
Yeah, I don't see Conor winning like a long decision. He's a main event, 5 rounds. I honestly don't even think he beat Nate in the second fight. It was close.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
think
it
so
could have
too.
gone either way. But to me, for my money, I think Nate won that second fight too. Just because Conor fades. He did kind of get a second win in the 4th round of that fight.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think because he throws so hard, you know, in the first 2 rounds,
Trying to knock you out.
not trying to knock you out. It just takes too much energy, you know, when you're trying to put the touch of death on your opponent. So
Yeah,
And
Bernard's going to Vegas this weekend. How do you think he should bet?
I think I should be a betting on John.
I would do this.
How much and when?
Everything you have.
Damn.
Sell all your belongings and
Let me
put the money
see.
on.
Hey,
No,
those are some nice
so,
shoes you got on, Bernard.
What about okay? So Chandler and Hooker. I was going for Hooker, but after you showed me that little clip, now I'm like, damn.
Dude, Chandler, here's what I think. Okay, we're not even talking about, because we're not even talking about Chandler at the 155 division because
Yeah, he's the new guy.
he's the noob. But, dude, like I was saying, against Brett Primus, that's what I forgot the name last time. It was Brett Primus.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought he was fighting like a Latvian kickboxer, but it was Brett Primus. He's actually a really good grappler. In the Primus, the first fight, when Primus kept kicking his leg and his
Yeah.
leg gave out underneath him, dude, this animal would not even stop. He's just a savage. He was
told him
like,
to keep kicking his leg,
he told him to keep kicking his leg. They couldn't
Yeah.
even stand on.
That's
The ref
true.
had to find to stop the fight because he was just falling over. He didn't have a leg underneath him. His foot was like flapping around,
Yeah.
you know. That was a really, really nasty injury, and he knocked him down even during
After
the
the fact,
fight.
yeah.
So Chandler's style, if you haven't watched Chandler has like a very Justin Gagey-ish, but with more Kamaru Usman.
Yeah,
You know,
those-
like a hybrid where he's a really good wrestler, so he could take you down and control you too.
Yeah.
But he'll stand and bang. That's kind of his thing. He enjoys standing up and like kicking
I think
your
that's
ass.
his takedown right there if anything goes bad, right?
That's what I think. The only thing I don't like about Chandler in the fight is like Hooker's so long at this division. He's got the reach, he's
Yeah.
got the height on him. So, and Hooker is durable, man. So you're not gonna land like 1 or 2 shots and take Hooker out, dude. He's fought
Yeah,
some of the
he'll
best
take
guys in the division.
That Dustin fight, that was a war.
Big time. And I mean, Hooker's just like, I don't know. I don't want to call the guy a punching bag, but he is just tough as nails. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But he could throw back too, though.
of
He got
course,
good standards.
he's one of those where like you have to break him for him to stop. You know, and he doesn't break easily.
Yeah.
So, short of like Chandler getting on top and like submitting him or something like that, I think that's gonna be like a 5-round fight.
5 rounds.
Yeah.
If
But,
it goes 5 rounds,
If it goes 5 rounds, both of these guys have finishing power. So, I see it just being a war, man. I think it could be like fight of the night, to be honest with you, Hooker and
so who's your money on?
Chandler. If I was gonna bet, I would bet on Dan Hooker,
On Hooker.
just because there's this thing like with people that come from outside the UFC.
Yeah.
Their first fight, there's always like this huge adrenaline dump. I think that happens to them.
Yeah.
It happened with
Oh, yes.
Shogun Hua. When Shogun first came to the UFC from Pride, I think he was the best lightweight in the world at that time.
Yeah.
Because Chuck and Rampage had just fought for the title, and Rampage knocked out Chuck. But these were all guys that were like from Pride. Like Rampage came from Pride, then Shogun came from Pride. Shogun was murking everybody at Pride, and when we got Shogun Hua at UFC,
Yeah.
Everybody thought Shogun was just going to be like, that was it. He was going to be the champion. No doubt. He was just going to run through everyone. He had already killed everybody over at Pride, including Rampage. So they were like, it's just, he's going to fight Forrest Griffin, and then he's going to go become the champion. He's going to fight Rampage for the title. He lost to Forrest Griffin, which nobody expected. I was at those fights with everybody in, like, I think it was at the Honda Center in Orange County. Everybody thought he was just he was there to be like a welcome mat, you know, like
it's kind of like a
and he freaking got exhausted. I think he was like, that adrenaline dump for his first UFC fight was too much. So he didn't have like the.
Oh yeah, there's a size difference here for sure.
Oh, for sure, man. Look at that. So just based on the size difference and the reach and the fact that Dan's such a tough bastard, I would put my money on Dan.
Let's go.
But if this was like second or third fight for Chandler in the UFC, I'd have my money on Chandler. Yeah, I think he's just a little bit more well-rounded than Dan Hooker is.
That's crazy how he got him, like, knocked him down with the. I guess he had that much power. It didn't look like he threw it that hard.
Oh no, he hit him in the back of he hit him right behind the ear, which is
like boom, just got his bell rung.
That's where the chin, behind the ear, those are like that's where your head gets jarred. Look at this. Yeah, this was one of the best fights too, man. Every fight Justin Gaethje is like one of the best fights you've ever seen. When does Justin Gaethje not have a great fight?
See that Max fight there too, but that was kind of like a toss-up too. You could have kind of given it for him.
I like Dustin Poirier too as a person, dude. He just looks like such a solid dude.
Yeah.
You could tell by the way his friends talk about him. Like you see how like Jorge Masvidal has so much respect for him.
Yeah. Oh, that's what his training partner was.
That's his training partner. Yeah, Jorge Masvidal. They're both in American
Street Jesus.
Street Jesus.
I've achieved everything I ever set out to achieve.
I can't wait till Jorge fights too. I want to fight. I want to see.
Kobe?
I want to see Masvidal versus Kobe.
That'd be a good fight.
Roommates turned into enemies.
Yeah. I wanted this one to go a little bit longer.
This was a serious McGregor coming back. You could tell he trained. He took it serious. He wasn't buying his own hype. He was in the gym. You could tell for that Cerrone fight. People want to say like Cerrone didn't show up, but
yeah, people were like, "Oh,
you're not the one who got head kicked and your nose broken 30 seconds into the fight." So
with the shoulder shots.
Shut the hell up when people talk shit. You guys couldn't stand 5 seconds with Donald Cerrone. So
Conor wants to come back. He's talking about being the lightweight champion again. So when those lights turn on and Bruce introduces us.
The guy's name is Bruce.
Bruce Buffer.
That's a fucking name.
It's Michael Buffer's brother. You know Michael Buffer who says, "Let's get ready to." Well, you can't say the whole part because it's trademarked.
Family, man.
Ramble. I said Ramble.
Yeah.
Ramble. R-A-M-B.
Yeah. Let's get ready to watch us on Rumble.
There it is.
Let's see how the stare-off is, you know.
There's the fight already, guys.
See any screaming by McGregor?
And he's matured now. He's aged like
people are saying he got humbled from Khabib beating him.
I think Conor McGregor versus Khabib, the second fight, would also be really good. I think it would probably be like a 5-round fight.
I wonder if he's been out for a long time just so he could be like
I don't
trainee.
know. I don't know if the result would change. I think Khabib would still try to just control him most of the fight. But,
yeah.
I think it could be interesting. It would be interesting to see him rock Khabib and then see how Khabib would react to that.
I don't think Khabib's ever been like rocked or anything, right?
Once he got rocked against Michael, not Chandler. Why do I keep saying
Michael Johnson.
Yes, thank you.
Michael Bublé.
Because we were talking about Michael Chandler. When Michael Johnson rocked him once, and then after that, Michael Johnson, I think he wanted to take Michael Johnson's arm home with him. After that, after he took that shot.
Damn, how tall is he?
I
think he's
5'10",
5'10",
5'9", 5'10". How tall is McGregor? Let's see.
I gotta step it up. I gotta drop at least 40 kilos. Does that roughly translate
It's like
to
80 something pounds, bro.
Oh snap!
Maybe like close to 90.
Is Dana smiling that hard because that's his cash cow?
Yeah,
Hell
bro,
yes.
for sure. You know, when Conor fights, he's getting all that cash, bro.
He always sells out the highest pay-per-views, so and this is gonna be a good fight, man. If you could afford it,
Woo! What's it cost?
Order-
Like $45?
no, I
pay-per-view?
believe it's $59.99.
Oh, look at that!
they're-
oh, it's gonna be a good fight.
They're just selling it.
I like it.
No, this is
Oh, I like it. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
What did
He got him his hot sauce.
Oh, no.
His Louisiana hot sauce, man.
Where's the proper gentleman? Where's the proper
Jimmy, order some of that hot sauce from Poirier.
Write it down on the notepad. Oh, here, I got over here.
Great to chat to you. I look forward to chatting to you post-fight in the octagon for the first time. It's great to be back here. I'm delighted I got the Louisiana hot sauce. I look forward to
There
putting
you
the
go.
hot sauce in the fire tomorrow.
Good for
Let's
him.
go. Thank you so
It's
much.
his own brand. His hot sauce for Poirier?
Poirier, yeah, just started.
Hot sauce, right?
Yeah, man, it makes sense. He's like the soul of Louisiana, dude. Yeah, he's from where is it?
And of course,
Louisiana?
Dustin
Yeah,
Poirier.
no, from Louisiana. There's a city there that he's like. They always call him the pride of
Since that first
Let's see,
meeting.
I'll tell you.
Dustin
My whole
Poirier.
career has aligned me for tomorrow night, and I'm here to be victorious and get my
Lafayette, I think.
Lafayette,
I'm
yeah.
leaving it all out there. Let's go.
So he sits on porches fanning
There he
himself.
is, Dustin Poirier and
There's
Conor
too much
McGregor.
hugging, though, and too much. Yeah, what's up?
It's 'cause they were
No,
smoking
but
each
they
other.
were. I like that. I like the beginning of that
Yeah, the
stare
beginning
down.
was good.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
he's there.
Look at him, he's a
Kids
family
there.
man now, kissing his kids.
That's why, huh?
Doesn't Poirier
That's
have a
why
wife
he's
and kids?
changed.
Right?
Yeah, he does. Poirier's got a
Yeah.
daughter
There we
and a wife.
Well,
They're both family men, you know, like
yeah.
they're both fathers now. Back when they first fought, I'm not sure if Dustin had his baby
little
yet,
baby yet.
his girl, but
And it was like, how long ago was the fight? Like a couple years ago, like 6, 7 years ago.
about 6 years ago. Yeah. Let me see.
Oh, 2014.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. There it is.
7 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah, this was the first
He
stare
said,
down. Look at
"Los
this.
Perros.
Oh,
Mira,
they were just.
pinches
Yeah.
perros también. Woo. El wow wow.
That was Conor before, bro.
He was like, "Come and get it,"
I love
and
perros.
then
Oh,
right
yeah,
away,
knocked
he
right
just
there.
landed that. He
It
has
was
a
in the
kill
first
shot.
round.
He has a
First
kill
round.
shot that not a lot of people have, man. And that's like the great equalizer with Conor. Is that people always say like, "Oh, well, you didn't fight a wrestler, you didn't fight this guy." Bro, he lands that one shot. Chad Mendes is a good wrestler, and he's got
Yeah.
sick cardio, and he landed a big shot like that, and Mendes
Damn.
just freaking.
That's fucking awesome.
He was in the fetal position.
So who's your money on right here? McGregor, Poirier.
Motivated McGregor. It's hard not to bet on McGregor, man. I mean, I would have to see what are the odds. What are the odds on this fight?
So
What's
the
the
odds,
odds?
Jim, pull it up.
Odds shark.
The odds.
Let's see.
Odds are we're gonna have a good fight. Hey.
No, for sure.
It'd be a
Let's
millionaire.
see
Bet 1,000 on
this.
that,
Bet
Bernard.
1,000?
Yeah, we're gonna have a good fight.
UFC.
You bet on that? You can bet on anything in Vegas. I've been
Yeah,
told.
for real, you can. You can bet on who lands the first shot. You can bet on if they're gonna get taken down in the first round.
I placed a bet on whether or not my dad would come back home, and I was on 2Gs. 2Gs easy.
You're stupid, man. Really, if Jim's dad is listening, your family's worried.
Rent's due, Dad.
It's been due. Dude, McGregor is a minus 290 favorite.
Ooh.
That means he's not favored.
That
No,
means
he's favored.
Poirier's a plus 245. You know, for plus
For sure.
245, man, that's good money. I put my money on Poirier.
Wait.
Just
Can
'cause
you
I get-
explain it in layman's terms?
Yeah,
How do
so what that means is like plus 245 means that if you bet $100,
Uh-huh.
you'll win $245.
Oh.
So you get more than double your money back. If you bet on McGregor, you have to bet $290 to win $100.
Oh.
So you almost have to bet $300 to win $100. Whereas with Poirier, if you bet $100, they will pay you back $345.
That's weird.
Yeah, but that's how it is.
So, but how are the numbers crunched? Like,
Well, that's
What's
how
by the bet?
that's how
Whoever's
odds
betting
work.
can
Yeah.
bet,
So
right?
odds, obviously, like some people are favorites. If it wasn't like that, if it was even odds for everything, then you would just bet on the Lakers like every game, and you know they're gonna win 70% of their games or more, right? So to make it even, the odds makers give you minus odds. So they'll either give points or whatever. So they'll say like Lakers -10, for example, which means the Lakers not only have to win, they have to win by 10 points or more
Ah.
for you to actually, if they win by 10, then you would push. You would be even. But if
your
they
money
win
back.
by 11 points, yeah, so
Also,
technically,
they want people to
they-
bet on the underdog.
of course, they
Yeah,
need people to bet.
sure.
Vegas makes money when people bet both sides.
Okay.
That's why they have to give these odds.
Also, that's why if you're betting on the winning side, you bet bigger.
Yeah, not necessarily.
To
Like,
win
if
more
you're-
money, yeah.
To win more money, yeah, you would have to bet a higher amount because you're not going to get even money on your bet. If you bet, let's say on Poirier, your $10 will get you $24.50 back, right? But if you bet on McGregor, your $10 will get you back like $3.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's kind of like, but that's what odds are, right?
Yeah.
So if you didn't have that, then everyone would obviously just go dump all their money on Floyd Mayweather
Yeah,
on every
all
fight.
All
and
the
then-
time.
Yeah.
I mean, he was 51-0, right?
Chandler is a plus 110, which is even
That's,
odds
yeah, pretty-
with.
pretty
That's
much,
pretty
like,
even with
yeah.
Hooker. So Dan Hooker's minus 130. I think that's gonna be. You know what I would bet? I would bet that fight goes the distance. That fight.
Yeah, right?
I wonder what the other odds are on that
You're
fight.
giving me ideas.
Yeah. So what I would do, I always like to I'll cover myself by doing a parlay
Yeah.
with some over-unders because they'll usually go actually, ooh, that's going to be a 3-round fight.
Which one? Oh, the
Chandler
Chandler.
and, yeah,
That one
Chandler
for sure
and the
goes the
Hooker.
distance.
So that one goes the distance, I think, to me.
Yeah,
Both
yeah.
of those guys are way too tough not to go the distance. Chandler and Hooker is going to be over 2.5 rounds because they give you 2.5 rounds.
Yeah.
So I would bet that
Okay,
along
let me
with.
write this down somewhere, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
what
Write
I
that
would
down for me,
do.
Jimmy.
It's the podcast notepad. There you go. Write it down. Don't
All right,
forget the-
John.
Don't forget the hot sauce.
Over. We go.
Over 2.5
Michael
rounds, I would
Chandler.
go.
Can we
yeah,
talk about
for
proper
sure.
12? Have you had it?
Proper 12?
I've heard the proper 12.
Yes.
It's hot.
What do you think?
I'm
It's
sorry.
hot cabbage.
I'm sorry, guys. If you're a Conor McGregor fan, this is probably gonna sting. It is. It's hot garbage. I would drink anything
91% rubbing alcohol.
I would drink.
90%
I would
review.
probably drink the 70% rubbing alcohol we have right now. By
The Kraken?
by the mops. By the mop.
The Kraken.
Yeah, the Kraken. I
You
would
seen that
rather
one?
drink the Kraken.
What's the Kraken?
It's I think it's rum,
It's
spice
some
rum.
type of drink, yeah.
It's-
But it's
oh,
like
that
it's
one,
like
yeah, that's
50% or 60% alcohol, bro.
Oh yeah, that one. We got it right
There's
here. I brought it. It's in my car.
yeah, it's probably in our liquor locker. It's really hot garbage.
Oh, that
Do
one.
not drink that shit.
94?
If you want Irish whiskey, Jameson is always good.
JMO.
JMO is a solid bet. Do not mess with a
The
good
proper
thing.
12.
Yeah.
No.
It's
Give
worthy of
him
note that we're
give
not
him like
sponsored.
10 more years. We're not sponsored by Jameson or
Or any alcohol that we
any
talk
alcohol that we talk about.
show.
We just enjoy to partake too. So there's some other good fights. Okay, so for people who don't know, I gotta give a shout out to my Armenian.
There's an Armenian fighting the card.
Armen Sarukian.
Armen Sarukian.
Sarukian is fighting
Armen
TS.
Sarkisian?
it's-
No, not-
it's-
The president of Armenia is fighting.
no. Armen
Yeah,
Sarukian
buddy.
is
This is
fighting in.
This is the face-off right here.
I believe he's.
That's the
is he on
face-off.
the main card or the undercard?
Yeah, I'm trying to the top 2 fights.
Sarukian is fighting, and he's a minus 290 favorite. If you haven't watched him fight,
He's a minus 290.
He is
He's
one
on
of
the.
the.
Was
He
on
is
the
one of the
prelims?
like up and coming. That what are you doing, bro?
Bro, what is this?
There's also an Armin Sarukian at Glendale Auto Sales and Leasing in Los Angeles.
Okay.
In Glendale,
Oh,
so
okay, anyways.
no, it's T.
For UFC,
How about this?
Yes.
How about this, Armin?
Yes, there you
go.
go.
That's not an easy name to
Who's he
spell.
fighting? Matt.
Go back.
Friedel?
Let's see who he's fighting.
This is a good picture right here.
That's not him. You are freaking on another one, Jim.
That's him.
Right there.
He's fighting Matt Frivola,
No,
guys.
he's not fighting Matt Frivola.
Yeah, it says tomorrow.
Is he?
Yeah, Matt Frivola, right here.
Oh yeah.
Is that what it says?
Armin.
He's fighting a
Oh,
30-year-old.
they got a couple.
He's
155
fighting a
pounds.
Why does it say
He's fighting a senior.
Hackperist?
Oh, it's on the prelims because it's on ESPN.
No, but it says somebody else here on the odds.
Oh what?
What?
Oh, then maybe that guy got maybe dropped
somebody
out.
got injured.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. David
No,
Ramos.
yeah, his last fight he beat Davi Ramos, who's really tough Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist.
All right, so you're telling me to bet on him too?
Yes, that's good money right there for
Put
you.
all your money right there in the Armenian, Bernard.
I'll go
You can
Armenia.
could parlay him into the plus over 2.5.
And
Also,
then
yeah.
same
So
McGregor.
his very first fight in the UFC was like a last minute. He had to step in,
Yeah.
and he fought Islam Makhachev.
Oh, okay.
If you don't know who Islam Makhachev is, it's freaking Khabib Nurmagomedov's. Yep,
that guy.
that guy.
Oh, he beat
It's
that
Khabib's
guy, huh?
training partner.
Yeah.
So, if you're wondering,
Please tell
that
me
is
this is
not
him.
him.
That's him.
That's not him.
That's not him. Why do people
Jimmy,
show
why
up?
are you?
Why do people show up if it's not them?
Because that's
Google.
Islam
That's him right
Chekhov.
It's the same
Yeah.
dude. Look, you see?
No,
That's
it's not
him right
him.
there.
That's
Is that him?
that's
That's him,
his-
right?
No, that's
No,
not
that's-
him.
that's
Jim.
him.
That's him right there. Islam Makhachev.
Oh, I guess they have different abs and different pecs. You're right. You're right.
God, this is the best pre-fight show ever in history.
I'm learning. This is a learning curve for me. All right.
So
Relax.
Armin's first fight in the UFC was against this guy who is undefeated and Khabib's training partner and a badass, and they had a back and forth like split decision.
Ooh.
So
But he was a step in too, right?
yeah, he was a last minute step in. So he got a lot of respect from the UFC for doing that, for stepping up like last minute. He's Tiger Muay Thai trained also. He's gone to Thailand and won every year.
Muay Thai.
Like a few people get scholarships at Tiger. Tiger's like the big Muay Thai syndicate that's out in Thailand. It's one of the
Out in
best
San
in the
Diego,
world.
guys?
It's where like the
Oh, yeah,
Shevchenko
another San
sisters
Diego.
have gone.
Oh.
It's where the UFC champion right now, Alexander Volkanovski, has gone and trained.
Volkanovski.
Yeah, he's
Damn,
trained
that's the
Tiger.
spot right there?
That's the spot right
Good
there.
spot, bro.
Yep.
Oh, yup, I seen that on the
Yeah.
It's incredibly uneventful. Like
It's
in Thailand, man.
It's in
I think he
Thailand.
said scholarships. I was
Right
like,
across
hell
the street.
Yeah. I
Right
was
across the street from the laundromat.
Like, yeah, for fucking laundry.
Oh,
1
1 kilogram, only
For
40
40
baht.
bitcoins.
Oh,
wait,
40
wait.
baht. Yeah.
I was like, damn, they're next level. Look at that. That's right there. Pretty sure that's a
Bitcoins?
Bitcoin.
Fuck.
Pretty sure that's a Bitcoin,
Yeah, it's
bro.
40 baht. That's
Anyways.
probably like 5 cents.
Right across the street from the Tiger Mart ATM.
Fight lad.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's easy money for you guys.
Easy money.
But I don't know
Islam.
why it says
I'm going for
Hakapest
Islam
here.
right here. Gotta bet on
Nasrat
Islam.
Hakapest? That's interesting.
I'm gonna do like a 5-way parlay.
It's saying, it
Alright.
said he's fighting for Vola? Where are you getting this information?
That's from Google.
Yo, Jimmy.
Bro, can you take
Wait, hold on. Just
Armin Sarkeesian off the screen?
hold on. Armin, MMA. Look, right? So tomorrow it says, look, UFC 257,
Like-
257 tomorrow, right? There it
Okay,
is.
so, what the hell is going on?
John's gonna send you with Vegas to like with all these like weird matchups.
They'll be like, these people are fighting next month.
I mean, we'll take your money, but
If you want to leave it.
Russian.
Let's go. Yeah.
All right, so I think we did a good job covering the 257. Congratulations to Max Holloway for an
Yep.
epic win. threw the most strikes in UFC history.
Beat his
I
old
believe
record.
he landed the most strikes in UFC.
He had like the
history as
record
well.
before, and then he just beat
He
that
just
record.
smashed, I think, every UFC record as far as
Yeah.
striking is concerned, and he did it standing up, which is the most impressive part. So I think
So Max.
tomorrow's fights. Oh, by the way, because these fights are in Abu Dhabi, don't miss any action starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific.
Oh, so they're doing it our time this time.
Got you. Just wanted to be clear about that. They are going to be fighting 7 p.m. Pacific Standard.
Okay, that's good.
So, because the last one, the one with Max,
that was like at
that was in
12
the
or something,
morning,
right?
yeah.
That was just like I remember I was like, what the
I was
fight's
like,
on
why are
already?
the fights starting in the morning? And then I realized, yep, they're in Abu Dhabi. So,
I know that when
So what time are they gonna be doing it at their time?
I don't know. I mean, I
Like
think it's
2
gonna
in
be in
the
the
morning?
morning or some shit.
yeah, they're fighting like really late. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, because I remember what was the Khabib Gaethje fight? They did the same thing. It was earlier, and they didn't make as much money.
They didn't
as
make money
thought.
because people are all waiting at night
Yeah.
to get together.
I was doing the
You
same
wanna
thing. I was
get-
like, oh
you
shit, the
get
fight
together
already
with your
happened, bro.
friends. Yeah, and they had already fought. So, I think they learned from that mistake. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Pay-per-views.
Have you ever been to United Emirates?
I have not. I was supposed to go.
Where's Fight Island at?
I was supposed to go. I think it is Yaz Island. Look up Yaz.
Oh, there it
Why?
is.
There it is, right there. That's Fight
Right
Island.
there.
Yas.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
Yas.
there's Fight Island.
But damn, it's even on the map.
It's on the map.
Yas
too.
Queen Island.
Yeah.
Put me
What
in there,
is
Google.
that, bro?
Put it there.
Google,
Put it
step up your game. Get yourselves on the roads of United Emirates.
Put him right there.
They can't. Oh,
It's
they
not
can,
letting you?
there's somebody who had.
Oh, you dropped it.
There we go.
Oh, you're
Oh,
inside the
here we go.
hotel.
What the
They're
hell? You
inside.
just threw him in.
Bro,
Damn,
whatever
that's a
this
nice
is.
house.
Oh, damn. This is
That's
a
cool.
house.
What the
I'll take 20 of these.
Put it off for it, Jim. Let's
the
take
Google
this.
Map thing went inside there?
Look at that.
You think that's a.
That toilet probably has a bidet.
Yeah, that's
a
what I was
bidet
talking
toilet, huh?
Yeah. You know them guys over in.
When you get lonely at night.
B.
Oh, no, I know
You're
you
in
do.
rare form today, B.
I know what you do at night. You get lonely. You splash a little bit of water up there. You can't go and break them
Oh, I was really hoping my kids could watch today's show.
Wow, they're not letting me.
Oh, that's great.
This is racism. They're not letting Mexicans.
Mexican Jim is trying to get in. He's like, no.
They won't let me go through the virtual border.
Oh, no.
The virtual board.
Fine, I'll go to your
That's funny.
cinemas.
Drop him in that
In
mall. I
here,
want to see what that
somebody- there we
mall
go.
looks like.
Where's that
Dude,
KFC
that's
at?
crazy. How can they do
Whoa, look at that Baskin Robbins.
It's much nicer than every Baskin Robbins in my neighborhood. Dude.
I
We
love
are
it.
in the
I
mall
love how
today.
like all the food spots are like kebab and more kebab.
I know. We put Baskin ice cream on kebab.
We have shawarma and kebab.
Oh, there it is.
What would you like on
KFC.
your KFC? Kebab or shawarma? Which?
Which?
With
I
the
can't go any
sandwich shop.
further.
We have kebab sandwich and shawarma sandwich.
Damn. I like how
This place is
nobody
dope.
is in
There's
here.
not a single human being
Oh,
in there.
Burger King.
Oh, I know, right? What the
Can we
fuck?
look at Burger
Amazing.
King?
That's crazy.
That's probably a 7-story mall too. That's
Yeah.
the best part. Try to go down the
The Virgin
stairs.
Mega.
I wonder if
Hold on.
try. Oh yeah, go down the escalator. I
I'm
want to
going.
see how many
I'm going.
floors.
Damn,
there
so
are.
someone must have gone in there
There
with
we
their
go.
camera and walked around the whole store.
Go
the
down,
whole
go
mall.
down, go turn around. There's probably more floors. I wouldn't
Oh,
believe
here
there's
it
the
is.
full
Here's
floor
where we're at.
Nobody was eating.
All right, I gotta know where the restrooms are because my kid's always like, I gotta use restrooms. Damn kids.
What time is
They
it?
got the high-end mall.
We
over
have-
here,
oh, we got a
high-end
guest.
stores.
We have a guest
We
today.
get a guest.
We gotta make sure we
Let's
make it
start
in time
this
for our
meeting.
guest.
Open.
Is there anything we need to cover today? In
There's
the
one
world
thing
of
that we needed
politics?
to cover. But since Bernard's here, we can cover it with him.
Sure.
What are we covering?
All done. All right. So we didn't cover this yesterday, but one of the mandates that that Sir McBiden did was that we need to wear masks on federal property.
Federal mandate.
Federal mandate.
Masked in federal locations. And 15 minutes later,
We got Kimmel.
15 minutes later, this happened. Wait, it's not.
No sound.
Sorry, guys. Hold on. Federal mandate on federal property. Rules for thee, but not for me.
There's no sound, bro.
Wow.
Oh, there's some.
Nope, no sound. You wanna take the mute off?
Oh, I took the mute off. See? We're having technical difficulties. Let's see what happened. Anyways,
Join us next week on GasLit when we have a
sound.
new co-host and a new sound guy.
Set us default device. What happened? Okay, here we go, guys. I don't know what happened. Okay, just remember, guys.
Broadway Joe.
Rules for thee, not for me.
The teleprompter hasn't gone up yet.
Hello.
Yay.
Yeah. So, you know what makes me feel gaslit, John?
Is he in Lincoln Memorial?
He is inside the Lincoln Memorial.
Is that considered federal property?
Last time I checked. Yeah.
Federal property.
Is he wearing a mask?
I don't. Does that look like? Unless he has an invisible mask.
Hello.
Hello. I just love this. This is pretty funny. You know what this reminds me of? Like, let's just do this.
Hello.
It reminds me of this.
Like,
Oh,
it-
4 more years of this?
Like,
I don't think so.
It reminds me of this.
I can't swim.
You guys ever see this?
Happy birthday, baby! I can't see.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Oh, God.
Gosh. But yeah, we're in for a fun
God
for you.
help us.
Anything else?
Speaking
you know
of
what?
which, we're going to have a call with my friend from Canada, which we should probably start looking at for properties at.
Yeah. Well,
Except, well,
no.
we're gonna talk about what the current situation is in Canada, since in Canada's always a precursor for what's going to happen in the United States,
Right.
right? So Canada is so far gone already, where they're giving tickets to people leaving their houses, leaving their house, tickets, finding people
Oh yeah, we actually have
For
that.
leaving.
Here, really quick. I think I can find it. Go ahead and continue.
for leaving their houses.
Yeah. Canadian barbecue arrested.
That happens in the
No.
U.S.
Yes. Here it is. Here it is.
Play it.
Canada is a country. Pipeline protesters shut down rail traffic for weeks. No cops. BLM protesters marched the streets, destroying property with no mass distancing. No cops. But sell barbecue in Toronto, and you're hauled away and arrested.
Gotta have your barbecue.
Nope, you can't.
Oh.
Can't do it.
Do they
Play
have the
it.
video? Do they have the video? They gotta have the video somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is.
Play it.
Oh. Damn, look at their sirens. They're open? Is that what he said?
So if you guys need context for this. So the context for this is that there was a Canadian barbecue joint that opened because he couldn't do it. He said he couldn't do it. He needs to stay open. So there's people visiting and buying, and the cops got wind of it, and this was the.
So these people were at the
came
barbecue.
and
They were at the barbecue.
arrested the people.
Yeah, you know, Kristen Pitts.
Yeah.
In undisclosed location, or Dickies, or quick Johnny Rebs. God, those are all like.
Lucille's.
There you go, national chain. There we go. We have a whole bunch of Lucille's in our state. Are they national?
yeah.
They're national. Okay, cool.
They're yeah. I
Yeah,
think
just
they're-
imagine a whole bunch of people going to Lucille's, and then the owner of Lucille's gets arrested. They have BB King out in handcuffs.
I love how this dude. Do you see how that dude just slapped him in the head?
Yeah.
Go back. Go back right there. Play that part again. I love that move. Oh no, a little bit more.
Lovely.
Like 5 more seconds. he just gave him like a bitch slap, like you little bitch. Play it again. I love it. I'm not condoning this. I'm not saying hit police officers and I think the officer handled it well. Good for you for not doing anything stupid. I know people have been shot for less, so
Yeah, so this was back in November.
way to
but-
not do anything harsh, but he did kind of deserve getting slapped in the face. I mean, if you're arresting people because they're trying to sell barbecue, that's just, there's like levels of effed.
Wow, this is
Yes,
solid back in
Canadians.
November. Yeah, this is November. You can get
Remember
arrested
this
if you
crazy
drink too
police
much.
state law adopted by the liberal government. Oh my God. Get ready for this, America. This has come into our country. Remember, they legalized weed first. And then what happened? It came to California.
Nice.
So arresting people for selling barbecue. Check, Canada. Guess who's next, Jimmy? California,
Yeah,
baby.
Here we come.
And then once
Right
it hits
back Where we
California,
started from, California. You guys don't know that song?
no.
Yeah, I remember it.
So as soon as it hits California, California is always it's the test lab for the rest of the United States.
Yeah. But John, how do you know all this stuff about Canada?
Because I know people who live in Canada.
Oh.
And
Is there any way we can talk to them?
yes, we will call them right now.
Oh, perfect. This is awesome. All right, guys. All right.
Special guest.
Special guest.
No, we can't. Could we?
No, I sent him the link already. I emailed him.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he says he can hear us.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's on.
Can you unmute him?
Okay. Oh, what the? Okay, give me one.
What did you do?
Look, over there.
Where is? Yeah, this
Get
is
on the
it.
Zoom.
This is it.
We're working out some technical difficulties
Oh,
right
here
now.
we go. Okay, wait. Here he is. He
Oh,
can
maybe
hear
I can
his.
hear- Where is
He
he?
might be on mute.
Unmute him.
Is there any way? How do you?
Al, can you hear us?
Yo, I can hear you.
Hey! How are you, my brother?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good, good. Welcome to the GasLit podcast.
Respect. I heard, I was just listening to you talking about somebody getting slapped. Was it like the Canadian stuff, like the barbecue or whatever?
Yeah. So that just recently happened, huh? Over in Canada.
Yeah.
So what the
That
hell
guy just
is?
didn't give an F, you know? He just, do you
He's-
swear on this podcast or what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah,
swear,
yeah.
bro. This is.
Okay, yeah, that guy didn't give a fuck. You know?
Look at this. Look at it. Can you see? I don't know if you can see our video, but
I
like,
can't see you guys. I thought I was going to be able to see you guys.
yeah, we're still working out.
Yeah.
Jim's gonna get fired,
That's fine.
so don't worry. Next week I'll have
Okay,
somebody
next
that can
time,
actually
next
do this
time.
job correctly.
But I know that guy started a GoFundMe and like over 100K or something in a matter of like a week.
God
like
bless
his
him.
like
Damn.
his like lawyer bills, legal bills, whatever the hell he needs to deal with, like he's covered. You
God bless him, dude. What the fuck is going
Straight up,
on in
right?
Canada, my brother?
Wait, so did they
know?
arrest
man,
him
it's
and then
a little
charge him?
crazy. Every day it's getting a little bit weirder. Like I told you yesterday, grade 1 to 3, they're saying start kind of passing on the message to the parents or guardians that grade 1 to 3 will be mandatory to wear masks. So we're not allowed to even go back yet. And it's like, okay, guys, we're going back to school, and like tell the parents that their kids are going to be wearing masks even in grade 1 to 3, because now it's from grade 4 and up. Okay.
Wow.
But if there's like a medical condition or whatever, then they can be excused. So you can imagine how many medical conditions are there now, right? And
I can
people
imagine.
just are like,
Look, I'm
I
not
don't
sending
understand.
my kids to school with a freaking mask on their face,
That's
so they're
crazy.
breathing their own carbon dioxide all
Worse
day
than
long.
that, bro. Worse
True.
than that, these experts that are making all these statements on why we should do certain things. Sometimes I feel like, who are these experts? Because are you taking into account the long-term effects that it's gonna have on these kids? I don't know. First and foremost, Fauci, the legend himself. By the way, Pfizer was created in his institute, and he boldly stated that when he was bringing up the fact that a black woman created this vaccine when really she was just part of like one of many on the team, right? But
Yeah.
then he flipped in the fact that it was made in my institute, used those exact words. I
Where's the source
recorded
at?
it on my phone.
Correct. Fact check that. Take that.
And he was saying back like last year in March or whenever in February, people should not be wearing masks. And he's like, you put your hands on your face and this and that. Like, what's the point, right? So now we're talking about kids. Okay,
That's
6,
the thing.
7, 8-year-olds, and
Yes.
they think they're not going to be touching their face.
All day long, that's all they do, bro. All I did was pick my boogers when I was 8 years old.
Hey,
Jeez, man.
I have a question.
And then, have you seen that commercial? It was like it was like a kid, basically a mom is going out from the building with her kid, and he's wearing a mask. By the way, like people riding a bike on a mask, that shit just fucking wants me back. Like, I can't slap him. Like, bro, like what are you doing?
Why do people act like this? Why?
Walking around with masks, and they're showing it in commercials. Like it's okay.
It's unbelievable.
They're showing it in commercials, bro. That's why people are doing it, because commercials is what people do.
So when you go out
Why?
for a nice light jog, you actually gotta make sure you're protecting yourself from yourself.
Bro. So in this commercial, the mom is coming out with the kid, and the wind blows. Okay, and the wind blows so hard that his mask flies off his face. And the kid has a panic attack.
Like, oh my
They're
god,
showing this on
the
television.
plague will get me.
This is a commercial. It's a commercial, but this was a commercial like Dane's masks. Kind of like saying,
Commercial mask
guys,
falls
are
off.
you considering what's gonna happen in 5 to 10 years to these kids? Like what kind of mental state they're gonna be in?
Yeah, they're gonna be in sheer like panic and paranoia.
Pure. And Sick Kids Hospital here, they're saying that there's highly increased cases of obesity, of bad diets for kids. I mean, I get it, it's on the parents. I mean, I get it, but it's happening. Anxiety, like these kind of things that should not be happening to little kids, on top of the social media world that they already have to deal with.
That's my biggest concern is I think because the left's got such a hold of the media right now and the psycho 5% radicals that are controlling it, that even if our generation, we can uphold our virtue, we can uphold our values and our morals and what we hold dear to us, I don't think our kids have a chance. I think like this next generation coming up, they are just gonna Chinese water torture the shit out of our kids to think that this is the right way. Okay? Transgender, what is it? Racial, non-binary, fearing your neighbors, thinking everyone is your enemy, dividing people up by
Groups.
race, into groups,
Niche.
creating teams so people could root against each other, so people could fight each other. Like, what the hell is going on with society?
I mean, step one was to separate everybody, right? To
Yes.
disconnect everybody from one another. I mean, you can go to the airport, grab your mom on the way to the airport, and go to a freaking vacation somewhere around the world. They'll let people come in from South Africa, from Brazil, where new variants are
Yes.
coming in from. But I can't go see my mom right now to have a fucking tea.
Exactly. So that's that double standard that it makes absolutely no sense. If you're
Yeah.
gonna lock it down, lock everything down. And if you're
With
not gonna
purpose.
lock it down like that, then let people go and function. Let small businesses function. Let the people that are going and trying to support their families and take care of their families.
Bro.
This
Bro.
bullshit stimulus check is not taking care
That's
of
a
people.
joke.
It's
We
a
don't
joke.
even need
It's
to
a
talk
slap
about
in
it.
the
That's
face.
a joke. If anybody,
Thank you. I'm trying to
That's a
explain that these types like even these like stimulus things that they're giving for the small businesses. What are those gonna do for you? What is that gonna do for
temporary.
you?
It's
Absolutely
a
nothing.
band-aid
L.
over a rotting wound.
Yes.
Bro, there's a 2.8% chance of kids of an outbreak happening in an elementary school. 2.8% chance, bro. If you have a 2.8% chance to lose a poker hand, do you fold?
Exactly. And that's what they want. They want you to throw it in after you're fully vested. After you put all your money in the pot and you got your last chip sitting on the table, They want you to fold
After-
when you have a 2.8 chance.
After they made you put even more.
Yes.
After they made you double down.
Exactly. They sucked you into the pot. Now they want you to fold your hand when you're holding the winning cards.
John, you know what I'm thinking?
Tell me,
You know
brother.
what I'm thinking?
Tell me.
I'm wondering. I like what you're saying. It's crazy to think. Like our kids and like call it like 30 years from now or whatever, right? I just want to somehow believe that even though all this craziness is happening, it's happening by our own hands. It's like these families or these whatever, whoever is running politics, whoever is running behind the scenes,
It's these radicals.
it's not-
They're radicals
Yeah,
that are
but this isn't new. This isn't something new. It's like we've seen all this happen throughout the call it decades of history that we're able to witness even.
Yeah, it's true.
So who knows? Who knows? I mean, it could be that it's like this like foreign power coming in, or it could be just a delusion. And it could be our own people doing this as they have been for, call it over 100 years, hundreds of years,
It's always been, I believe, a select few who understand how to use radicals to push their agenda, to
Exactly.
create division, to create sectors in society that people need to either become part of or dissent from. So you're either a good guy or a bad guy, and there can't ever be
Unity.
one clear unifying message. They're saying unity and they're driving division.
100%.
That's why we're being gaslit.
100%.
Have you seen this, by the way?
No. Can you please play
I'm gonna
that?
play a quick clip.
He's Jim's gonna play a clip for us, bro. It's Justin Trudeau, your guy's favorite person in Canada.
Good.
Building back better means getting support to the most vulnerable while maintaining our momentum on reaching the 2030 Agenda
Pause
for
that.
Sustainable Development and
Pause
the
that.
SDG.
Build back better. Where have we heard that before? Elle, have you heard that before? Build back better?
Build back better.
Build back
I haven't.
better. Have you heard that before? Look up the World Economic Forum.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Go look
That's
up-
where it's from.
Go, just type in, just on another tab. Build back better. World Economic. Yep, there you go. It already auto-populated. Hold on. Go down. Yeah, build back better. We'll have to reinvent capitalism.
Wow, that's Joe Biden's also thing, eh?
Yeah.
When you
Joe
put-
Yes, when you go to Joe Biden, go to Germany.
The Vatican also came out.
Go Germany. Go to the Vatican.
Yeah.
So
You think there's a global message being pushed? An
Can I-
agenda?
Yeah,
Yeah. Go finish the clip. Finish the clip.
Canada is here to listen and to help. This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset. This is our chance to accelerate our pre-pandemic efforts to reimagine economic systems that actually address global challenges like extreme poverty, inequality, and climate change.
Did he say
Okay.
the R word?
Hold on. Did he just mention climate change again? What did
Of course,
Biden?
bro.
What did
Climate
Biden?
change is
What did
huge in
Biden
Canada.
just? Why did Biden just talk about yesterday? He was talking about how we need to.
That was
combat
his whole
the climate.
push.
Yeah. So COVID, the climate. So how are we going to control everybody? We're going to say we need more regulation. Why? Because you stupid bastards who run your own businesses don't understand that you're destroying our climate. So we need to add more regulation to you. Well, what if we can't afford these regulations? Then you need to go out of business. And let companies that run more efficiently, like Amazon, like
over.
Google, like Twitter, like Apple, let them do the job the right way. And then we can have this great reset. Right?
Forget about antitrust, right? I heard you talking about that.
Yeah. Forget about antitrust. What antitrust?
Yeah.
That's the only people we can trust. Only people we could trust is big tech. Only people
Yeah.
we could trust is big pharma.
Big
Why?
brother.
Big brother.
Big brother. In the
Somebody's
house.
always watching.
Somebody's gonna be
Always.
always watching.
You know what? When they, as soon as they give us our Federal Reserve bank accounts and start depositing our
That's
universal
it.
basic income, and
That's
you
it.
sign up, and oh, believe me, people will go sign up.
That's
When you
signing-
put money in an account for people, you're gonna have that site crash real quick.
Hey,
Because there's gonna be people bending over backwards trying to get that money, right? And that little $600 or that $1,200 or whatever bullshit amount that they're gonna throw at us, right? To get us to indoctrinate us into their system so that they can control every cent, every iota of our economic organization,
And they'll get rid of
every
cash.
economic infrastructure that we have, and make it globally ubiquitous. We're done. It's over.
Yeah.
hey,
And they'll get rid of cash. So good luck.
Absolutely. Of course, fiat currency is going away. Why would you need fiat currency?
hey,
You have
Yeah.
all your account money. You have all your money sitting in one location. You don't
And
even you don't even need exchange anymore. Now you
It's
have
funny
this
that-
global currency
Yeah,
that
exactly.
everybody can use.
hey, Al.
I didn't know if I should have mentioned the Federal Reserve, but it's funny that you mentioned it. I don't know, like if more Americans today know that it's privately owned, but like I don't know, because like a lot of people.
You mean that
they-
the
yeah,
Federal
but-
Reserve is not owned by the U.S. government? It's actually a private bank? Is that what you're
Yeah.
referring to?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't think a lot of people know that. They think because it's called...
The
Did you know
federal,
that?
yeah. We talked about this yesterday, where
Yeah.
you said
But
because it's
that's
named
that's
a
the whole
certain
trick
thing,
around
Yeah,
it.
it gives
You
the
need
authority
sound.
in the name.
Exactly. We talked about how just calling something, we can call
Do you know
ourselves...
what the first original name of the Federal Reserve is?
What is the first original name of the Federal Reserve, L?
It's the First Bank of America.
Ah.
How do you like that?
Go research that, bro. It's
How do you like that?
1791 or 17 somewhere there. 20 years later, you had the war,
1791.
There it
War of
is.
1812 when the 20-year term.
Federal Reserve history, the first bank of the United
Shout out
States.
to the War of 1812.
Yeah. So I mean, history goes back centuries,
Oh, the
but
Canadians,
people
isn't
are
it?
looking back at decades.
Yep.
That's what we found with. Oh no,
The War
no,
of
the United
1812.
Kingdom. Hey Al, I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm friends with a lot of socialists and a lot of leftists online. I've been led to believe that in Canada, everybody who doesn't have work has been getting $2,000 checks a month.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh.
And now even more if you're a business and you have revenue drop, and let's say your employees' salaries cut in half
Uh-huh.
or more. So if you're paying them 4K and now it's 2K or 5 and 2.5, they'll give another 2 on top.
So they're subsidizing their payments? I mean, what their
Pretty much.
paycheck is?
Yeah, Canadian Relief Benefit or something. CRT.
How are they affording that?
Well, they're they're basically creating inflation, right?
They're inflating your currency.
Yeah, and
Wow.
you know what they did to Zimbabwe, right?
Yes.
Zimbabwe. It's a
Yeah.
great song.
Zimbabwe's got $100 trillion bills.
What?
You know?
Yeah, they have $100 trillion bills. in
It's
Zimbabwe.
nuts.
Yes. No joke.
Wait, so has the cost of living gone up? That you're
Yeah,
aware of?
actually, speaking of that, like my mom specifically, she noticed how basically things in like regular superstores are going up like crazy, like regular products that you typically buy, groceries. You know what I mean?
It has
Yeah.
to happen. It has to.
Yeah,
Because
has to.
with everyone's getting the same money, and this money's just coming out of thin air.
But now the question is comes down to property, right, and land and things like that. Like, are they
Exactly.
planning to slash prices in half? Like, what does it mean, the Great Reset? Like, I don't get it. You know?
I think I get it. You want me to
Shoot.
tell you? You want me to tell you
Tell
my
me.
take
Shoot,
on
John,
this?
let's go. Let's see what you got.
I hate foreshadowing because I'm right most of the time.
Whoa! You're gonna go on start like that?
Did I call what they were gonna do with warehouses?
Yeah, you did.
I called that a month ago, right?
Which
before
was-
Biden took,
Which
I said this EPA
What happened
push.
with warehouses?
Okay, so this EPA push, this like protecting the environment and stuff, right? All the global warming or climate change or whatever the hell they want to call it this month.
Yeah.
This agenda is just so they could push more regulation on small business, Okay, so let's say we operate a warehouse, right? Let's just say, for argument's sake. Well, if I'm just operating a warehouse and we move boxes, for example, they can come and say, well, where's your carbon filter in your warehouse? Well, what do I need a carbon filter for? We just move boxes. Well, don't you guys know the dust that you're creating with moving these boxes is toxic, and so you're gonna have to install a carbon filter. What? What are you talking about? Well, yeah, if you don't install a carbon filter, then we can't renew your business license. It's going to be a requirement. Okay, well, how am I going to install a $60,000 carbon filter in my business? That can bankrupt a lot of businesses, right? Well, then you're going to have to fold up and move that box moving over to Amazon, right? Or a larger logistics company. So that's yesterday. Jimmy sends me a link
from the.
Okay, so watch this. Can you read that article?
So, quote, it says, the industry is the main contributor to poor air quality in our communities. So they're planning on.
So watch out. Read the first part of that.
As part of the effort recently created by the ArcGIS story map tracking, they're going to be tracking new construction and distribution centers. And they're going to be regulating warehouses to encourage the use of green technology and hopefully reduce pollution.
Okay, so watch.
California's road to reducing truck emissions runs through warehouses.
How do you like that? So now, if I have trucks coming to my warehouse to pick up packages, I'm going to get charged for that because they're running emissions at my warehouse.
Yeah.
How many companies do you think would survive something like that? No?
Yeah.
And so they're just basically strong-arming us to go away or to have to pay the piper, right? And yeah, so okay, that's one part. So now you regulated all of small business. So it's like, you want to play ball, you're going to have to pay us to play ball. All right.
Yeah.
Pretty
much like China.
Pretty much China. It's China. It's exactly what it is.
And you know what I think? I think that they're like, okay, look how China has it. Like, why are we not doing that? Literally.
Exactly. Exactly. It works for them.
You're right. You're right.
It does.
Yeah. Because, it got me kind of curious. It's like, well, if Canada's doing it, well, why can't we do it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, but they need to justify it, right? They can't just come out and say, oh, well, you know what? Send us an extra $5,000 a month. You'll say, what? What are you talking about?
You need at least half of the population to be dumb enough to believe you and follow you.
That's enough. And I think we're there. If more than half of the population, I think if more than half the population voted for Joe Biden,
we're there.
We're there.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I keep thinking, I'm like, hey, like, since when is 50% a passing grade? It's like half the people don't agree. Like, why are you accepting like this method or that method or this doctor who's like the head of our like decision making, like some Chinese, I forget the names, whatever. I don't care about the names, But like, who is she to make those decisions?
Let me do you one better. In Canada, what did Trudeau win with? Like 30-something% of the vote?
Oh yeah, that's crazy, right?
That's even better. Imagine if 60+% of the people dissent with your choice for the prime minister, and they're like, yeah, we're picking this guy.
Yeah.
Just because he was a little less shittier than everybody else.
That just shows you the true side of democracy. I mean, like, does it really exist?
Absolutely not.
Now that we're speaking of that,
but see, the thing with our country in the United States, El, is we're not a democracy. We're a republic. Okay. We are a republic of states. Okay, so we're not supposed to. That's why we have an electoral college. We're not supposed to go by whatever is the most popular. Okay, this isn't a popularity contest here.
It's a balance.
It's a balance, right?
Yeah.
We're a group of states that have decided to unite together for a common good. So they have to take that into consideration. If you broke up like the states into red and blue, and just by territory wise, most of the country would look red, and you would think like, how the hell,
I've
you
seen
know?
that. I've seen that.
Yeah, and so you would think, how the hell did the Democrats win when like 90% of the country looks like it's red? It's because those sectors, the smaller blue sections are so densely populated with radicals that push the agenda and make the noise for the other 95%. They're the ones that you hear. They're the ones that have media. They're the ones that have education. They're the ones that have everything that pushes what the American value system should look like.
Look, we're talking about
Their
fascistic.
control, yeah.
Fascistic.
Yeah, we're talking about like fascism. We're talking about like complete control. There's
Yeah.
one party that has that here in the United States.
Yes.
And it's not the Republican.
It's
Party.
not the Republican Party.
Or the Green
100%.
Party.
It's not the Green Party. It's not the Libertarian
Yeah,
Party.
shout out to Jill Stein.
Shut up! You didn't vote for Jill Stein.
You know the famous quote, "I care not who the president is as long as he takes my money." It wasn't in those exact words, but something along those lines.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's
It's-
families from hundreds of years ago, who are probably also responsible for the Federal Reserve, and they're pouring out all the money into the country, and they don't care who the president is. They don't care. If you look at the history of the presidents in the United States, it goes from Democratic to Republican like a lot.
It's like it's like a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
It gets
Yeah.
from one. It's like we go
The
hard
pendulum.
right, then hard left. It's
That
a pendulum.
pendulum swings,
It's a
yeah.
And
huge
these
pendulum.
families, like you can see the Rockefellers, for example. I mean, this is all public information. It's not like a secret. You can see that they put money into both parties.
100%. Except Soros. Soros hardcore goes
True.
supports the left.
That's true.
Whereas, I don't know. I don't even know if we should talk about
Yeah.
this. We're probably besides
really-
being kicked off of YouTube, we're probably gonna get gassed
Yeah, these families are too much. you
and
know?
then lit right after.
It's like, Elle's like, hold on, there's a knock on the front door.
I know. Elle is also calling. Did we say Canada? Elle actually lives in Barbados. So,
That's actually our destination, bro. That's where we're heading.
I know. I hope. I
Let
hope we
these
make
families do what they do. I have no problem with it, to be honest, because somebody has to control it. But like, it's just what they're doing is so weird and like.
that. You know what? You know what I have a problem with? It's what they're doing to our kids.
That's the main thing.
It's
I
what
was just
they're-
thinking, like,
All they're
mass,
doing is they're
child,
driving a big wedge between our kids. They're telling our kids that they need to feel a certain way if they're a certain color. They're telling it's absolutely sickening. Our generation had already killed all of that. I think
Mostly.
mostly for the most part.
I think we
mean,
were in the right direction already.
we were definitely way past like the segregation days. Okay, I think that was already well established. I don't think anybody was. I mean, I don't know about you, but I didn't grow up like judging people
No.
based on their color. I
Absolutely
judge
not.
people by their character. I don't give a shit
Some
if you're
like-
Indian, Chinese, Black, Hispanic, whatever.
Yeah.
I judge you by who you are. If you're
You know
a good
how it
person,
started?
then you got a place at the table with me. If
You know
you're
how
a
it
piece of
started,
shit,
bro?
you're a piece of shit. I don't care if you're white, black, Mexican, whatever. Like, it has nothing to do with your color.
But you know how it
Standing
starts.
ovation
It
over here,
starts,
Piper
it starts within the family. You know what I mean? And, like,
Absolutely, it does start in the family. But I think our generation. I guess what am I still millennial? I'm like at the
Yeah,
beginning
yeah,
end
the
of
beginning
the
of
millennials
millennials.
and at the end of like the older generation.
Without
So
a hat.
I think our generation already saw that. Look, the message that like Martin Luther King was pushing was judge people by their character. Period. That's it. It should never be a black issue. It should never be a white issue. It should be a character issue. And I
Right.
think they're taking the soul of the U.S. citizen's character now. They're like literally we can't even you can't even talk about that anymore. It just has to be it has to be based on race. It has to be based on injustice. It has to be based on inequity. Why? Why do we have to have that? Why are these like the talking points? Why can't people just be judged on what they bring to the table.
That's the narrative, bro. That's today's narrative.
It's just sickening.
That's
And it's gonna get pushed harder and harder in that direction, and like it's not healthy. It's not healthy for our future generations. That's what I'm worried about.
yeah. They teach kids to generalize.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to kind of undo it, but it's been done. But now I think the main thing now is like whatever your parents are telling you. Let's say like a kid like grows up in a family whose like brother was killed by a white man. And it's a black family, you know,
Yep.
and like his whole life he's growing up hating white men because of that.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, but now with kind of media around us and like this kid is watching like NBA and he sees like Larry Bird or whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
okay, that's like back in the day, but call it like in today's day, you see like there's enough white players today. Gordon Hayward, you know?
Hey, Al,
Tyler Hero.
Al,
Tyler Hero. He's the young.
Tyler
When was
Hero.
the- Al, when was the
Yeah.
last time you
Oh.
watched a basketball game?
Luka Doncic.
Yeah, but Tyler here, he has hood tendencies, so he's like, okay, you know, Tyler here doesn't look like that bad of a guy. Maybe like not all white men are that bad. You know what I mean? But back in the day, you don't have media, you don't have TV like that. You don't have like a message being sent across that hey, maybe they're not that bad. You know?
Yeah. You know, it's sad. It's sad that like our society has come to this. You know, that we've
But
even
it's
had
been worse, bro. Don't you think it's been worse?
Yeah.
We've had it worse, absolutely. But I think when we start regressing, that's the problem. I think when we make progress, and then there's this huge regression to put us back into that state, that's where we have an issue.
Well, my concern is that like the integration of technological advancement with corporate interests and the government. That's what's new about all of this. Like we've had wars, we've had racism, we've never had technology and the public square be online, where you basically can be erased while still being alive. That's what's crazy to me.
Crazy. Just wait until AI comes out to its full potential.
Oh boy. Oh.
That's when
We'll have you on next time for that.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic.
Yeah.
That's a whole other level.
L,
It
I
was a
love you, my
pleasure,
brother.
guys.
I love you. I appreciate you being on the show. Thank you
For sure. I hope we didn't touch too many sensitive topics that.
I hope no one's knocking on your door in 10 minutes. No.
Let them.
Blink twice.
Let them try.
If you need help.
All right,
Okay,
All
brothers.
right, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being on, my brother.
Have a good-
We'll talk to you soon.
Take care, guys.
Take care, bro.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
did it.
That's my very good friend from Canada. He's a brother, and I think he really hit a lot of really important points of what's wrong with like this hard left, and we're looking at him right now too. When this hard left agenda is getting shoved down people's throats, we're like literally selling our soul to the devil right now, because no one is pushing back. Nobody's talking about, hey, this doesn't make any sense. You know,
Yeah.
why are we doing things this way? Why are you arresting people for leaving there? Why are you arresting people trying to make a living? You know, at what point is it like too much already? When are we going to start waking up and pushing back?
Without being too offensive and getting too into it, I mean, there are people fighting back. There's an entire movement, right? We've got conservatives, you've got classical liberals.
Where
You've
are
got
they?
This podcast.
Where are they?
They're there.
Where
That's
are they,
why,
Jim?
That's why I would recommend that you get yourself outside the mainstream media and find yourself a local podcast who likes to look up information, who likes to talk about things that they don't like to talk about, who likes to, because that's all they need. The problem right now is that not only are they lying to you, they're hiding information.
Absolutely. That's the biggest thing.
That's the biggest
The biggest lie is hiding facts
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
of what's happening.
Everything's being hidden. That's the best way to do it, because they're not lying to your face.
Exactly.
We're in the information age, but they're restricting you from gaining that information, and they're hiding that information from you on the big national media sphere.
Yeah, and it's not your fault. It's not our citizens' fault. It's just they don't have access to the information, or they're just not looking it up, right?
Yeah.
So It's like, you know what you know. In North Korea, they tell them they're people that they won 200 gold medals at the Olympics, and that's the information they get, so that's what they think, you know?
Yeah.
But we can't. We just can't do it.
Man, we had a fun ride today.
Yeah, it was
a
good.
fun roller
It was
coaster.
a- it was a good.
Thanks to
Good
L,
ride.
B. Next time we'll have C and K.
Good casual MMA talk today,
Alright.
D.
So today for our daily recall, Ford is going to be spending $160 million to recall
610 million.
What did I say?
160 million. It's okay. Jim's
Okay,
dyslexic and fired.
$610 million to recall 3 million vehicles. So if you guys own, if you're listening to this and you're driving
610 million to what? Recall which vehicles?
That's what I'm trying to find out. What does it say?
If you
Oh, here
bought
it
a
is.
Ford in the last,
All right, if you bought a Ford in the last
from 2006 through 2012, first of all, I'm sorry for you. Secondly, they include a Ford Ranger 07 to 11, the Fusion 06 to 12,
Yo,
the
that
Edge
Lincoln, though.
07 to 10,
that Lincoln though.
the Lincoln MKZ or Zephyr
I didn't even know they made those.
06 to 12.
Oh my boy. Oh, this is a 2020 then. 2020.
Yeah.
Looks good. This is
The
2000.
only Lincoln that's worth a lick is the town car.
Oh my boy, you're not trying to get caught in that? You're not trying to be found in that? Oof. That's actually okay.
Oof.
Gotta hit my used car dealer. And
Anyways.
the Mercury Milan.
The moral of the story is, kids, don't buy a Ford. Sorry, I mean, I do want to support my American companies, but Ford trucks are okay. Buy a Ford truck. Don't
Yeah.
buy Ford
Don't
sedans.
buy these Fords if you're buying them at least.
Don't buy Ford
used car
unless
dealer.
you're buying a Ford pickup. Okay.
2000
Do yourself a favor. They make good pickups, okay? But don't buy any of their sedans.
Any parting words of wisdom?
Look up information on your own. Do some research. Don't be lazy. Don't just let the media feed bullshit to you. Okay? All right, we love you.
Deuces.
B, that's your cue, bud.
There it is, Bernard.
Good show.